Students, this is class 11th maths lecture 2nd of chapter 8th binomial theorem, and today we will discuss some questions on binomial theorem. Journal term of the expansion a plus b whole raised to the power n and homework solution of lecture first. So first of all we will discuss some questions. More than a question, this is also a result which you should learn, right? So find a plus b whole raised to the power 4 minus a minus b whole raised to the power 4. So the terms are same. Here it is plus, here it is minus, and in the middle it is given minus. So a plus b whole raised to the power 4 will be, calculate by using binomial theorem. So it will be 4c0 a raised to the power 4 b raised to the power 0 plus 4c1 a cube into b plus 4c2 a square into b square plus 4c3 a into b cube plus 4c4 a raised to the power 0 b raised to the power 4. Now a minus b whole raised to the power 4 will be 4c0 a raised to the power 4 b raised to the power 0 minus 4c1 a cube into b plus 4c2 a square b square minus 4c3 a raised to the power 1 into b cube plus 4c4 a raised to the power 0 into b raised to the power 4. Because in a minus b raised to the power 4, only these terms will come, the same terms, but the sign of plus and minus comes alternatively. First plus, then minus, then plus, then minus, then plus. Right? Now we have to find the difference of these two. So when you will calculate the difference of these two terms, the same terms will get cancelled. Right? So this term will get cancelled with this term. This is minus plus and here it is minus. So when you will subtract them, this minus will become minus minus plus. So when we will subtract, you will get twice of this term. So we will get twice of 4c1 a cube into b. Similarly, this term will get cancelled. Now here it is plus, this is minus. So we will get twice of this term. Also this term will get cancelled. So you will get twice of 4c1 a cube b plus 4c3 into a b cube. So the difference of these two terms will be nothing but twice of sum of even terms. See, this is the sum of even terms of a plus b whole raised to the power 4. This is the first term, so it is an odd term. This is second term, therefore an even term, right? This is third term, so odd. This is even term because it is fourth term. So twice of sum of the even terms of a plus b whole raised to the power 4. Right? Now if we add these two, if we have to find the sum of these two terms, a plus b whole raised to the power 4 plus a minus b whole raised to the power 4. So when we will add these two terms, right, these two expansions, so this term is positive, this term is also positive. So you will get twice of this term. Then second term will get cancelled. You will get twice of third term. Then fourth term will get cancelled. And you will get twice of this fifth term. So therefore addition of these two expansions is twice of sum of odd terms. Clear? So you have to learn these two formulas, that subtraction of these two expansions is twice of sum of even terms and addition of these two expansions is twice of sum of odd terms. Now if we have to find root 3 plus root 2 whole raised to the power 4 plus root 3 minus root 2 whole raised to the power 4. So it is a plus b whole raised to the power 4 plus a minus b whole raised to the power 4. Also we have to add. Also this formula we have find for 4, right? Here index is 4, but this is true for index n also, that for index n if you add such type of expansions then you will get twice of sum of odd terms. So when adding these two we will get the sum of twice of sum of odd terms. So odd term will be 4c0 root 3 raised to the power 4 root 2 raised to the power 0, then plus 4c2 root 2 raised to the power 2 and root 3 raised to the power 2 plus 4c4 root 2 raised to the power 4. We have not written root 3 raised to the power 0 because it is 1 only. When you will solve it, you will get 2 in the bracket 9 plus 4c2 is 6, root 2 square is 2 and root 3 square is 3 plus 4. So the answer will be 98, right? Sometimes the questions comes like which is larger, 1.01 whole raised to the power this or 10,000. So how to check by using binomial theorem that which number is larger? So writing this 1.01 as 1 plus 0.01. Now this 1.01 raised to the power 10 lakh will be 1 plus 0.01 raised to the power 10 lakh. Expand this using binomial theorem. So 10 lakh C0, 0.01 raised to the power 0. We are not writing 1 raised to the power 10 lakh because 1 raised to the power anything is 1 only. So we are omitting this 1. Then next is 10 lakh C1, 0.01 raised to the power 1 plus other positive terms. We are not writing the next terms, but we know those terms will be positive only, right? So now this will be 1 because NC0 is 1 and something raised to power 0 is also 1. So we will get 1 plus NC1 is N. So 10 lakh C1 will be 10 lakh into 0.01 plus other positive terms. Now this is 1 plus this will become now 10,000 plus other positive terms. So this is greater than 10,000 because here 10,000 plus 1 plus other positive terms are also there, right? So we got therefore 1.01 raised to the power 10 lakh is greater than 10,000. Now sometimes questions like this can also come that using binomial theorem prove 6 raised to the power n minus 5n minus 1 is divisible by 25 and belongs to natural number. So see, in this we can also do this by the PMI, right? But now here we have to use binomial theorem. So 6 raised to the power n, this is only we can use to expand by using binomial theorem. So for expansion, write this 6 as 1 plus 5. So 6 raised to the power n will be 1 plus 5 whole raised to the power n. Now expanding this using binomial theorem, NC0 5 raised to the power 0 plus NC1 5 raised to the power 1 plus NC2 5 raised to the power 2 and so on up to NCN 5 raised to the power n. Now see, this is 1, NC0 is 1 and 5 raised to the power 0 is also 1 plus NC1 is n and 5 raised to the power 1 is 5 plus, see, the power of 5 is increases in the successive terms. Here it is 0, then 1, then 2 and so on. So from the next terms, from the third term and from the other terms, we can take 5 square common because power of 5 is increasing only. So in the next term, power of 5 will be 3, right? So from this we can take 5 square common. From the next term which will contain 5 cube, we can take 5 square common. So from the third term we are taking, from the third term to the last term we are taking this 5 square as common. So you will get NC2 from this term plus so on. NCN is 1. Here it is 5 raised to the power n. We have taken 5 square common. So here it will left with 5 raised to the power n minus 2. Why we have taken 5 square common? Because we have to show that this term is divisible by 25 and 5 square is 25. Also we need minus 5 and minus 1, which we got here, right? Now take this to left side. So 6 raised to the power n minus 1 minus 5n is equal to 25k, where k is nothing but this term only. So therefore we can say, because this term is the multiple of 25, therefore it is divisible by 25. This is only what we wanted to show, right? Now we will talk about the general terms of the expansion a plus b whole raised to the power n. By binomial theorem we know this formula of expansion of the binomial, right? So from here we can see the first term. We are denoting the first term by t1 is equal to nc0 a raised to the power n b raised to the power 0. Second term is nc1 a raised to the power n minus 1 b raised to the power 1. Third term is nc2 a raised to the power n minus 2 b raised to the power 2. So we can see the pattern that when it is 1, here it is 0. When it is 2, here it is 1. When it is 3, here it is 2. That is always 1 less than the number here. Also the power of a is n minus 2, n minus 1, n minus 0, right? And power of b is same as this, b raised to the power 0, b raised to the power 1, b raised to the power 2, right? Therefore the general term will be, that is tr plus 1. We represent the general term by tr plus 1. It will be ncr, 1 less than this number, right? So 1 less than this number will be ncr a raised to the power n minus r and b raised to the power r. So this is our general term of the expansion a plus b whole raised to the power n. For example, if we have to find the fifth term in the expansion x plus 2y whole raised to the power 8. So we don't have to expand this by using binomial theorem and then tell what is the fifth term. We can directly use this general term formula to find out the fifth term. Now we have to find out the fifth term, which will be t5. So t5 will be nc4, 1 less than this number, a raised to the power n minus 4 and b raised to the power 4, right? N is here 8, a is x and b is 2y. So write down 8c4 x raised to the power 4 2y whole raised to the power 4. 8c4 will be 8 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial into x raised to the power 4, and this will be 16y raised to the power 4. Solve this factorial, right? Writing this 8 factorial as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. Keeping 1 4 factorial as it is and writing this 4 factorial as 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So when you will solve this completely, you will get 1120 x raised to the power 4 into y raised to the power 4, which is the fifth term of this expansion. The next question is, write the general term of x upon 3 minus 2y whole raised to the power 7. Now in this they are not asking for any specific term, but they are asking for the general term. So as we know, general term is tr plus 1 ncr a raised to the power n minus r b raised to the power r. So we just have to find general term, that is the r plus 1th term. So in place of n, write 7 cr, a is x upon 3. So x upon 3 raised to the power 7 minus r and b is minus 2y. So minus 2y raised to the power r. Now what we will do, we will write the powers of x and y separately. Now see 7cr as it is. This is x upon 3 raised to the power 7 minus r. So we want the power of x separately. So we are writing 1 by 3 raised to the power 7 minus r, and this x separately, that x raised to the power 7 minus r. Similarly for this minus 2y So taking minus 1 raised to the power r separately, 2 raised to the power r and y raised to the power r. You can combine these two. You can also write it as minus 2 raised to the power r. But we have to write the powers of x and y separately. Right? So this is the general term of this function. Expansion, sorry. Next question is write the general term of 3 upon x minus 4xy whole raised to the power 8. So the general term will be 8cr 3 upon x raised to the power 8 minus r and minus 4xy raised to the power r. Right? So writing 8cr as it is. Separating this 3 and 1 by x. So 3 raised to the power 8 minus r and 1 by x raised to the power 8 minus r. Writing this minus 4 now separately, minus 4 raised to the power r and then x raised to the power r, y raised to the power r. Also now we can see here, this is the power of x, this is also some power of x. So we will combine these powers. So you will get minus 4 raised to the power r, 8cr, this also as it is, writing this as x raised to the power r minus 8. Because when you will take x in the numerator, the sign of this changes. So r minus 8 into x raised to the power r, y raised to the power r. Now in the next step, because base are same, so add the powers. You will get the power of x as 2r minus 8. So you have to calculate up to the final step the powers of x and y separately. Okay. So this is the general term for this expansion. Next question is find the coefficient of x raised to the power 6 y cube in the expansion of x plus 2y whole raised to the power 9. We have to find the coefficient of this, right? So what to do if we want to find the coefficient? First of all, find out the general term, which will be 9cr x raised to the power 9 minus r and 2y raised to the power r. Separating this to find the final general term. So 9cr x raised to the power n minus r, separating this 2y. So 2 raised to the power r into y raised to the power r. Now we want to find the coefficient of this, right? So this is here x raised to the power 6 and here it is x raised to the power 9 minus r. We want that this should be equal to x raised to the power 6, or you can compare the powers of y, that we want y raised to the power r to be y cube. So you can either take this equal or this equal. From both the cases you will get the value of r as same 3, right? Because if this is equal to this, then 9 minus r is equal to 6 and r will be 3. Or if y raised to the power r is equal to y cube, then also r is equal to 3. So from both the cases we got that r should be equal to 3. Now put this value in the general term. So you will get T4 9C3 2 cube x raised to the power 9 minus 3, which is 6, and y cube, right? So coefficient of x raised to the power 6 y cube will be the constant term with this. So this is the now coefficient of x raised to the power 6 y cube, which is 9 factorial upon 3 factorial into 6 factorial into 8. So when you will solve this, you will get the answer as 672. Clear? So whenever you have to find the coefficient of any term, so first of all find the general term, then compare the powers either of x or of y for which you want to find the coefficient, right? Get the value of r, put this value in the general term only and you will get the coefficient. Clear? So your homework for today is now question 10 to 14 of exercise 8.1 and question 1 to 6 of exercise 8.2. We will discuss the solution of exercise 8.1, which I have given you as homework in the previous lecture. So expand the given expressions Question first is 1 minus 2x whole raised to the power 5. So we know the binomial theorem, so use it. So the expansion will be 5c0 1 raised to the power 5 and minus 2x raised to the power 0 plus 5c1. See, power of 1 now I am not taking because power of 1 is 1 only. So it's useless to write again and again power of 1. So we are just taking this second term. Now second term power will be minus 2x raised to the power 1 plus 5c2 minus 2x square plus 5c3 minus 2x cube, 5c4 minus 2x raised to the power 4 plus 5c5 minus 2x raised to the power 5. Calculating these binomial coefficients, 5c0 and 5c5 will be 1, right, according to the formula, and 5c1 is equal to 5 because nc1 is equal to n. Also we have studied this, that ncr is equal to ncn minus r. So this 5c1 will be 5c5 minus 1, which is 4. So 5c4 is also 5. Now 5c2 will be equal to 5c5 minus 2, 3. So the values of these two will be same, which will be 5 factorial upon 3 factorial into 2 factorial, which when you solve, you'll get it as 10. Now putting these values only, so you will get 1 plus 5 into minus 2x plus 5c2 is 10. So 10 into minus 2x whole square, which is 4x square, plus 10 into minus 8x cube plus 5 into 16x raised to the power 4 minus 32x raised to the power 5, and you will solve it to get the final answer. Clear? Question second is expand 2 upon x minus x upon 2 whole raised to the power 5. 5c0 2 by x whole raised to the power 5 minus x by 2 whole raised to the power 0. You will take this minus with the second term plus 5c1 2 by x whole raised to the power 4 minus x by 2 whole raised to the power 1 plus 5c2 2 by x whole raised to the power 5 minus 2, which is 3, and minus x by 2 whole raised to the power 2. So you will do like this only to get all the terms, right, using binomial theorem. Now 5c0 we know it, this is 1. 5c5 we also know is 1, right, and in the previous question we have find out 5c1, 2, 5c3 and 5c4. So we will now directly put the values. So 5c0 is 1, this is also 1 because something raised to the power 0 is 1. Now 2 by x whole raised to the power 5 will be 32 upon x raised to the power 5. Now 5c1 is 5. 2 by x whole raised to the power 4 is 16 upon x raised to the power 4, and this will be minus x upon 2 plus 5c2 is 10. 2 by x whole cube is 8 upon x cube into x by 2 whole square will be x square upon 4, and minus square will be plus. So here only plus will come. Then 5c3 is also 10. 2 by x whole square will be 4 upon x square, and cube of this will be minus x cube upon 8 plus 5 into 2 by x into this will become x raised to the power 4 upon 16. And similarly the last term 5c5 is 1. This will also be 1. This will become minus x raised to the power 5 upon 32. So after solving you will get 32 upon x raised to the power 5 minus 40 upon x cube plus 20 upon x minus 5x plus 5x cube upon 8 minus x raised to the power 5 upon 32. Now question number 8 is find the value of 101 up whole raised to the power 4. So we can write this 101 as 100 plus 1 whole raised to the power 4. Now apply the binomial theorem, which is 4c0 100 raised to the power 4. We are not writing the powers of second term because it is 1, and 1 raised to the power anything is 1 only, right? So now plus 4c1 100 raised to the power 3 plus 4c2 100 square plus 4c3 into 100 plus 4c1 into 100 raised to the power 0. Value of 4c0 is 1. So 100 raised to the power 4, you will solve it. 4c1 is 4 into 100 cube. 4c2 is 6 into 100 square. Then 4c3 is also 4 into 100 plus 1. So you will get the answer as this, right? Now question number 6 is 96 whole raised to the power 3. So we can write it as 100 minus 1 whole raised to the power 3. Now use the binomial theorem to expand it. So 3c0 100 whole cube minus 4 raised to the power 0 plus 3c1 100 raised to the power 2, 3 minus 1 2, and minus 4 raised to the power 1. Then plus 3c2 100 raised to the power 1 minus 4 whole square plus 3c3 100 raised to the power 0 and minus 4 whole raised to the power 3. When you will solve first term, you will get this. Second term 3c1 will be 3. This is 100 square, that is 10,000 into minus 4 plus 3c2 is now 3, and when you will multiply this, you will get 16 into 100, that is 1600 plus 3c3 is 1. 100 raised to the power 0 is also 1, therefore we will get minus 4 cube is minus 64. Now you will solve these terms and you will get the value as this. Clear? So complete your today's homework carefully. Okay, thank you.